The Manuscript of Survival, Part 317. May 30, 2013. The time has come to take a good look at yourselves, dear ones. Do not be shy, and take into account all that you see. Who are you really? And how have you evolved over these last few months, if not weeks? Do you still feel the same, or do you feel as if everything has been turned upside down? Is the image clear, or is it still somewhat blurred? We see you very clearly, dear ones, and we see the splendor of who you truly are, but we also see a lot of uncharted possibilities still lying dormant. Do not take this as a form of chastisement, just as a reminder that there are still pockets of inaccessible energy within you all, and those pockets are more than ready to burst open at any moment now, and give you that added strength you may feel sorely lacking in your lives at the moment. Let us also remind you of your reason for being here in the first place. Originally, mankind was put onto Earth to help the whole of creation learn a lesson that could not be given under equal circumstances anywhere else. For you have been put into a physical form with many limitations, and you have been cut off from your own inherent greatness in a way that would force you to evolve by your own proofs alone. And that was an interesting experience for us all. Not just for all those lucky enough to partake directly by being allowed aboard a human vessel and get to live it all by virtue of being a human amongst other humans on this little planet. But the lessons you have learned have been for us all, and that has been the intention all along. But, as you know, some other beings intervened, and changed the rules in the classroom so drastically, you were forced to live under a regime that actually hampered your education instead of encouraging it. As you know, these false rules have now been set aside, and you have once again been allowed the freedom to start to blossom freely, like you were meant to from the very beginning. And many of you have taken upon you the role of being the forerunners in this. For not only have you started to throw off these old shackles of fear and started to grow into the real you, but you have also started to open your heart to the fact that you are an integrated part of the divine cosmos. You are not merely a human being, you are also a spirit that is connected to all there is, and so, you are so much more than what you see when you look at yourself in the mirror. That is a fact, and we know you have started to realize it, but it is mayhaps not a fact you have truly taken to heart yet. As we told you in an earlier missive, there are still some blockages stopping the flow of information in the form of light into your heart, and those are the blockages that you have been told to look into now. For they must go, otherwise you will not be able to do what you came here to do. For you came here to bring heaven to earth in the form of channeling in the divine light that will bring with it the knowledge that has been hidden from mankind for eons. But unless you remove those blockages you still carry within, that light cannot access your channel fully. And so they must go. But what are those blockages, dear ones? Well, to put it to you in the best way we can, we want you to see that they are nothing more than battle scars, remnants from all of the human dramas you have been partaking in while you attended the school of fear. These scars can be few, they can be many, they can be slight, or they can run very, very deep. But they are all nothing more than scar tissue, they are actually dead and devoid of any importance at this stage, but as in your physical body, this dead tissue is standing in the way for new growth. And so that is why we have told you to let the light come in, for the light will effectively remove these scars, and it will do so painlessly. But for many, the biggest problem is that they fear these scars, they fear the painful memories and the emotions that made them originally, and so they lose their courage and just pretend that these scars are not even there, or they use all of their energy trying to gather the courage to crack them open. But as we told you earlier, the actual removal of the scar tissue is so much easier than the accruing of them, and infinitely more painless than what many of you think. For you still fall back into human drama when you look at those scars. For the scars in themselves can trigger so much more drama, and so, it turns into a never-ending cycle of drama and more drama, all of which is completely unnecessary. Remember we told you earlier to not just leave the stage, but the whole theater of human drama altogether. Well, never have those words been more important. For if you continue to fuel these old scars with new drama, you will only block the light from your channel more and more, and soon, even the strongest of light will have a hard time penetrating it at all. So step away from it all, and look upon it for what it truly is, just old remnants of old drama, wounds from the old school of fear that are ready to be healed and removed in one go. That is, if you allow them to be. But if you insist on scraping into them, either by forcing yourself to look away from them, or by continuing to remember the reason for their existence, you will make this whole opening up of your own divine channel nearly impossible. So again we say, only by stepping away from the drama, and by letting the light come in, will these old wounds disappear, and the blockages they make will also come undone, and the light will flow fully into the very core of your being. And from there, it will be allowed to flow out into your world, and then, miracles will start to happen. And when we talk of the light, we talk of the divine light coming in from heavens above. You are all connected to this light, but as yet, the force of it has not been set to full, and it cannot be that either, not before we are well and truly sure that your channel is clear and ready to take it in. And so this is what we want you to do. You must allow yourself to truly receive what is being given from above. And so, this upcoming Sunday, during the next gathering, we will help you all we can to attain that full opening. For then, you will be asked to surrender yourself to receiving this healing light that comes from above. You have all been hooked up to the divine golden grid already, and now, the time has come to start to open up for the full potential it carries. But remember, in order to achieve just that, you must also allow yourself to let go of the human drama that helps to lock you in so many ways. For then, and only then, will you become that open channel for divine light that will change not only you, but your whole world. Forever. The Constant Companions. Channeled by Asia North. asianorth.wordpress.com